I let my brother think he was the favorite, until Mom's deathbed confession revealed the truth. The wooden floors creaked under my feet as I paced around the hospital waiting room, my hands trembling slightly from too much coffee and not enough sleep. 3 days had passed since Mom collapsed in her kitchen, and the doctors weren't giving us much hope anymore. My younger brother sat in the corner chair, his face buried in his hands, looking like the world was ending around him. Growing up, it always felt like he was the golden child while I was just there, existing in the background of their perfect relationship. Every birthday, every Christmas, every milestone seemed to revolve around him and his achievements. When he brought home straight A's, Mom would hang them on the refrigerator with those little flower magnets she collected. When I managed to scrape together mostly B's with a few A's mixed in, she'd glance at the report card and tell me to try harder next time. The pattern started early and never really stopped throughout our childhood years. He got the bigger bedroom when we moved to the new house because Mom said he needed more space for his books and projects. I got the smaller room that faced the alley where garbage trucks rumbled by at 5 in the morning every Tuesday. When he wanted to take expensive music lessons, Mom somehow found the money in the budget. When I asked about joining the school basketball team, she worried about the cost of equipment and travel expenses. Family dinners became showcases for his latest accomplishments, while my contributions to the conversation seemed to fade into the background noise. He'd talk about winning some academic competition or getting selected for a special program, and Mom's eyes would light up with pride. I'd mention something interesting that happened at school or a project I was working on, and she'd nod politely before steering the conversation back to him. The favoritism became more obvious as we got older and started making bigger life decisions. When he chose his college, Mom spent weeks helping him research programs and fill out applications. She drove him to campus visits and toured dormitories like she was the one who'd be living there. When my time came to apply for schools, she handed me a stack of brochures and told me to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. Even after we both moved out and started our own lives, the pattern continued in subtle ways that stung just as much as the obvious ones from childhood. Holiday gatherings revolved around his schedule and his family's needs. When he got married, Mom threw herself into wedding planning like it was her own second wedding. When I got engaged a few years later, she seemed distracted and kept comparing everything to how his wedding had been organized. The phone calls were another painful reminder of where I stood in the family hierarchy. She'd call him multiple times a week just to chat about random things or ask his opinion on decisions she was making. My phone rang maybe once a month, usually when she needed something specific or wanted to pass along information that she thought I should know. Those conversations felt functional rather than loving, like items being checked off a to-do list. Money became another